Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Today we are taking a look at the golf swing of Minwoo Lee. Incredible talented golfer on the European Tour, now a two-time winner on the European Tour, and more than that, has an unbelievably good golf swing. A lot to unpack in this episode for you guys, so let's dive in and start taking a look at Minwoo's swing. We have him hitting driver and irons front on and down the line, so let's dive straight in. Here we have Minwoo set up with driver. This is the first video we're going to take a look at. A classic hole in I believe it's Abu Dhabi, where they play this tournament, the HSBC. And if we take a look, first of all, setup. Really good setup. I actually don't think I could fault that setup in the slightest. Few of my highlights, well, posture is just perfect. That is probably my favorite thing about this setup. Hips are stacked over ankles. Alignment is everything in matches. Everything's in alignment. Really good setup. If you're looking for a setup to copy, check out Minwoo Lee's golf swing. By the way, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure to like this video, comment your thoughts down below. I reply to all your comments and subscribe. So now let's take this club back. Let's take it back to about parallel with the ground. And if we pause it here, Minwoo, I believe, copied quite an early Tiger Woods, kind of early 2000s-ish golf swing, and we can see a lot of that in his golf swing. His takeaway is very wide and very away from him. We can see the club head is very outside the hands. Also, the club face is maybe starting to open a little bit early, but he takes it back on a beautiful plane. As we start to take this to the top, watch just this plane Minwoo takes the club back on. You can there is a lot about early Tiger Woods in this golf swing, big wide golf swing. And as he gets to the top, if we pause it at the top, you know, we can again see a lot about maybe a young Tiger in this swing, maybe when he was working with Butch Harmon. And I'm going to be doing a video on all of Tiger's golf swings through the years for you guys. I think it will be a really interesting video to see how Tiger's swing changed through the years. So make sure you stay tuned for that and subscribe. So here at the top of Minwoo's swing, let's work from the ground up as we always do. Great solid base. He's loaded into that right hip, loaded into that right glute. We can see weight and pressure going through his right heel, inside of his right foot. If we work our way up, you know, big shoulder turn. The right arm, I love this arm structure, by the way. The right arm is very straight, actually, and very connected in front of him. Actually, in some ways, reminds me a little bit of Jon Rahm, just in the sense that the arms stay very connected to the body, and it's not that long a swing, but it's a full shoulder turn. That's the important thing. Everyone says, you know, how do these guys get so much power, hit the ball so far, but they're not getting the club, you know, really very close to parallel in this full driver swing. It's not really anywhere near parallel. But that's because the arms stay connected to the body. It's still a full shoulder turn, still full rotation. They're just keeping their arms a bit more connected. Minwoo has a very wide golf swing. We can see the left arm very straight. Not much bend in the right arm, right elbow. Beautiful wide. And that left arm and that club shaft and plane are incredibly, you know, well, just so good. That left arm is perfectly parallel with that club shaft, and his left hand grip matches his left wrist, back of his left wrist matches that club face, indicating he has a pretty neutral grip. Really good stuff here. From this position, if we put most amateur golfers in this position, they would probably hit a fade or even a slice because they'd come over the top, but obviously Minwoo is a lot better than that. As we play this down, he's going to drop the hands and arms a little bit behind him, drop them in behind him in order to shallow out this club, bring down the plane before as he starts to rotate. And if we pause it, we'll pause it just before impact, and we can see how much rotation he has. His hips are pretty much pointing towards the target. Also, right heel has come up off the ground quite a lot. And, you know, spine angle relatively curved, but that's not surprising with how much early rotation he has. And again, we've seen this a lot in kind of a few modern day golf swings like Xander Schauffele. Who else did we see it with? Colin Morikawa and Justin Thomas, where they rotate so hard so early that their right heel needs to come up off the ground, and they don't have the best posture through impact because they're really throwing themselves so hard at the golf ball. But as we play this through, really keeps the club pretty wide. That finish up above that left shoulder doesn't really flip the club face too much, kind of finishes nicely connected up above that left shoulder as he comes to a nice balanced finish position. Let's just play this back once or twice for you guys and just check this golf swing out. I really do like a lot about it. I mean, I love how wide he keeps the club. It's a very professional swing in terms of some of the things he does with the width he keeps, how much he rotates through the ball, how short the club is despite having a full shoulder turn, not getting the club to parallel with the ground. A lot of really good things to like about this swing, guys. And also at the end of this video, I'll be telling you what I think of this golf swing, what my favorite things are, and what, you know, I'd recommend maybe you guys copying from this swing in your own golf swings. Now let's take a look at an iron. We have this really good look, slow motion look, a really good iron down the line. And first of all, setup. Again, as I said at the start, setup is perfect. Posture, alignment, hips, shoulders, everything really, really good. As we take this club back slowly, pulls it parallel to the ground. Again, we can see a little bit more here that face gets open fairly early. I wouldn't say it's that open, like it's not open for like an amateur golfer, but most professionals like to keep it a little bit squarer than that. It's kind of almost more of a bit of an old-fashioned look, which is, you know, another reason this swing kind of resembles a little bit like a young Tiger Woods in some respects. Now, as we take it to the top, brings that back on a really beautiful plane, and as we pause it at the top, again, we can notice a lot of the same things. Great rotation, body positions are excellent, that left arm and club shaft pretty much in a straight line, and that right arm, this is how he keeps the width, guys. This is how he keeps that width in his golf swing. Not much bend in that right elbow. Really good way to keep width in your golf swing. Now, as we start to play this down, again, we're going to see arms and hands start to drop. Club shaft shallows out. Look how low the hands and arms come in as we pause it parallel to the ground. And again, face is relatively open at this position, especially for, you know, a tour player. They'd really be looking to get that face. That is a very old school face. They'd be looking to get that face position more in line with their spine angles, so a bit more pointed down at the ball with the club face, not with that toe pointed up in the air. We can also see quite a lot of rotation here. Hips are already open to the target, but a lot of curve in the spine. So we play this down into impact, pause it at impact. Pretty good position here. Like we see with a lot of these guys we just mentioned, Xander Schauffele and Colin Morikawa and Justin Thomas, with the longer clubs, the driver in particular, they get that right heel more up in the air. But as we can see here with Min Woo, and it will be the same with some of those guys, with the shorter clubs, they keep the right heel a little bit more grounded and shift that weight a bit more left, not so much rotation. And so, yeah, you can see that right heel not really off the ground nearly as much. Still quite a lot of curve in the spine. You could maybe say he could keep the right arm, the right elbow, a little bit more connected to the body in this position, possibly. And as we play this through, beautiful extension of the arms down the line, rolls that club face over because he has to, because it was a little bit open. And no real flip in the club face though, just rolls it over a little bit and keeps the arms beautifully connected, finishing up over that left shoulder, guys. Really, really good look. Let's just play this back once or twice for you guys. Just notice the width he keeps. Notice that opening of the club face in the backswing, then on the way down, the shallowing, and then he has to really kind of work the hands maybe a little bit harder than some other people do on the way down. Definitely, you know, if we were to look at like a Brooks Koepka, maybe a Dustin Johnson, maybe even a Jordan Spieth, some of these guys, maybe even Tiger, we'd probably notice at parallel with the ground in their downswing, they would have a more closed club face, definitely. So let's just have a look at one or two more swings for you guys, just give you a good look. I'll just play through these, you know, and talk you guys through them. Won't really kind of pause at all because we've kind of discussed most of Min Woo Lee's swing. You're going to see a lot of the same things now. This is a really good look here. Beautiful backdrop in Las Vegas this is taken. Takes that club back, beautiful playing, coiling up to the top. Big shoulder turn. Look at that width at the top as he comes down, shallowing and rotating the club and then extending the arms through. I'll just play that, leave that to play a couple times for you guys. Definitely like kind of a little bit early wrist set, but then, you know, not much wrist set at the top. Definitely not much angle in the wrist. Little bit kind of just early wrist set, then really holds that angle as he comes down. No real lag as well, actually, which is quite interesting. You know, not much lag in this golf swing, which is quite interesting. You know, we took a look at Lucas Herbert in one of the last videos, and this is a very, very different golf swing. Very, very different. Let's take a look at another driver video of Min Woo's. I think the driver is quite an interesting club to take a look at for Min Woo because it's because of the position he gets into with the club being so laid off. By the way, guys, if you didn't know this, the more laid off the club is, the harder it's kind of going to be to square it up or to hit a draw especially. So it's really impressive in the downswing how he squares the club face up. And if we play this back, really nice look at his swing here. We can see that, you know, in the takeaway and backswing, he gets that club up above the shoulders and very, very laid off, very pointed to the left. But then in the downswing, it's really the drop of the hands and arms down and in behind him a little bit that allows him to get the club back on plane. If, you know, like I said earlier, if you put an amateur golfer in that position, they're not really going to probably shallow the club out. They're going to probably they might try and rotate, but they're going to come over the top, leave the hands and arms up, probably a bit of an open club face. And Min Woo does have a little bit of an open club face in this golf swing, but he kind of matches it up just with a little bit of forearm roll through the golf ball. It's a great look at his swing. I'm not sure exactly where he is playing this, but really, really good look at Min Woo's swing. Let's just take a look at maybe another iron shot. This was really good. This was at the BMW in Germany. 18th hole, I believe. And as we take this club back, again, we're going to notice beautiful plane on the way back, very laid off at the top, beautiful straight arm, left arm, and a lot of width, and then keeps that width as he comes down, and just a little bit of roll on the way through the ball. Nice little punch shot, this. Really good look. I'll just let that play a few times for you guys. And comment down below what you think of Min Woo's swing. I'd love to hear from you guys, you know. And if you have any other golf swings you want me to take a look at as well, you know, comment down below, reply to all your comments. And I do, you know, take kind of requests, I guess, if you have anyone's golf swing you want to see in particular. Definitely let me know, guys. We'll take a look at maybe another slow motion iron we have here. Really good look, this. If we just play this back a few times. Yeah, let me know, guys, what do you think of Min Woo's swing below? I think there's definitely a few things, a lot I would recommend, a few things I wouldn't. I'd like to hear your thoughts, by the way, guys. You know, what you think about this golf swing, what you would copy from it, what you wouldn't copy from it. The things I would personally copy is, I love, well, first of all, I love the setup. Let's have a look at a different swing now. Let's put this one on. Really good look here at the Renaissance Club. Really beautiful range they have there. yeah, so a few things I would copy from this swing or recommend copying to anyone. Setup, anyone could copy that setup 100% any day of the week. There's nothing wrong with that setup for any player in the world. A few things maybe not to copy. Well, watching Minwoo hit these irons here, he definitely keeps that right, heel down quite a lot more with these iron shots, and I like that. I prefer that to the look of when he gets that heel up more with his driver. His posture through the golf ball is actually pretty good here with this iron. Well, maybe a little bit of curvature in the spine at impact. It's just from the separation between the lower and upper bodies. But yeah, I would maybe say you could maybe get your posture a little bit better than this, and maybe a little bit more connection with the right elbow through the ball at impact. Probably get the right elbow, maybe even a little bit more out in front of the body a bit earlier, and get more of a square club face on the way down. This is actually something Rory McIlroy's working on a little bit, and I'm gonna do a full Rory McIlroy kind of swing changes video for you guys soon, because Rory is working on some really interesting stuff which you guys could learn a lot from, and actually some good things that actually probably could benefit Minwoo a little bit as well. Just in terms of getting the face closed a little bit earlier, then you can really kind of turn through it, stabilize the club face a bit more with the rotation, rather than Minwoo kind of has to just manipulate the club face a little bit with the hands just to square it up through impact, which could be, I think getting that square club face earlier could maybe add to some consistency for him. But he's an incredible talent. I love his swing. I love a lot about it. I love the width he keeps. That's another thing you guys could copy any day of the week. That club width he keeps in the takeaway backswing on the way down. I like that a lot. He gets a lot of rotation. Not all of us would be able to do that. But, we could all keep that width in our golf swings, and we'd probably all be better golfers for it. And the body positions, how he loads in the backswing, then goes through in the downswing, is really good. Really impressive. That is Minwoo Lee's golf swing, guys. As I said before, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, or reply to all your comments. Let me know what you think of Minwoo's swing. Let me know what you like or don't like about it. Comment down below any other golfers you want to see me take a look at. Got loads more videos upcoming for you guys, so lots of stuff coming out, so you make sure you stay tuned for those videos. So give this one a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next one, and as always, guys, grip it and rip it.